When the NBA has to step in and say, all right, guys, yeah, you need to cool it, I think you may have a problem. And the Utah Jazz have that problem. It was revealed that Ace Bailey's non-agent
handler,
Omar Cooper, had an agreement with the Utah Jazz to have Omar Cooper Jr., for those following at home, that would be his son.
His other son, because his older son, Sharif Cooper, was in the NBA and couldn't stick because he was a head case.
Well, Omar Cooper Jr. is trying to cut his teeth as a coach now.
Former college basketball player.
And the Jazz were like,
Sure.
all right, he can be a non-paid assistant coach for Summer League.
And for those that are wondering, this does happen.
It does happen.
Like having guest coaches, if you ever look at Summer League coaching staffs and you wonder, like, why are there 27 people on the sideline?
Yeah.
Because of this.
Well, the NBA came in and stepped in, according to the reports that are out there, and said, yeah, you guys should not do this. And the Jazz went, yeah, you're probably right. And they rescinded the offer for Omar Cooper Jr. to be on staff because the Jazz framed it as, we wanted Ace Bailey to feel as comfortable as he possibly could.
Oh, no. Hey, Omar, sorry, we can't do this, bro. Sorry. League's like, no. I can just imagine Danny sitting there. Like Austin Ainge is sitting there. For those that are wondering, Austin Ainge is now the GM. Danny is still there, but Austin is the official voice of power. But I can imagine Danny texting Adam Silver like, hey, can you make a phone call?
Yeah, I see Austin on the phone with Omar Cooper and Danny on the phone with Adam Silver saying, yeah, whatever's about to happen, you just say no.
No, we're not going to allow this. We're not. Look, if you just Google go to Twitter and just search in the search bar Omar Cooper.
Yep.
And look at the video that he posted when Ace got drafted by the Jazz. He thinks he's Suge Knight.
Ew.
It is one of the cringiest things I've ever seen.
Is he dangling Vanilla Ice off of a hotel balcony?
No,
by his ankles?
He's doing like the mean mug, rub his face, like not saying anything. Just
oh, really?
Oh, dude, yeah, I'll pull it up during the break. It is
cringy.
The second I saw it, I went, nope, hard pass, nope, not gonna be around my organization.
Why would the NBA nix this though?
Because it's a problem. It's a problem. Like it just is, flat out. This is hangers-on being and this has nothing to do with Omar Cooper Jr. This has everything to do with Dad.
Yeah, but
who's again not a certified agent.
And I think that may be it right there. Is that they don't want a guy who is a non-certified agent, essentially acting as an agent would in every step of the process for Ace Bailey, stepping in and having this kind of power to leverage a coaching position. And again, like you said, this isn't anything to Omar Cooper Jr., who does want to be a coach and was actually, I think he's on staff at a college somewhere, or was going to start this season as an assistant coach on a staff. But the NBA saying, look, this is the bridge that goes too far.
It's
like,
it's the LeVar Ball of it all. It's like, no, dog, no.
Yeah.
No, we don't. Look,
but they didn't step in when the Big Baller brand came in, and shoes have to be approved by the league. Big Baller brand shoes were approved by the league and may have cost his oldest son,
Lonzo,
his career.
Yeah, but not a great relationship, and there might be lawsuits pending as far as damage to his feet. So, yeah, and I think that's learning as far as the league is concerned. And then, look, the nepotism and the influence and favors, buddy, it is a mess in the NBA.
Well, just look at, they do this all the time, though, with the Good Old Boys Network gets somebody's kid on a bench somewhere.
The Colangelo family.
And sometimes it works out really well. Like David Adelman is now the head coach of the Denver Nuggets. He was coaching high school basketball in Portland.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the Silas family. I mean,
but he's a good coach, and sometimes these work. Sometimes they work. Bickerstaff.
You want to talk about one that didn't, and it's the Phoenix Suns. Mark Bartelstein is Bradley Beal's agent. Got him that no trade clause. Bartelstein's son works for the Suns.
Well, this ain't no good.
Yeah. So there's this stuff happens everywhere. the Colangelo stuff in the process Sixers and everything that came out of that. Remember his wife getting on there talking about his collars not being that big. They're totally normal size collars on his shirt. Like, it's just this kind of stuff is stupid, but normally it's kept a lot tighter and a lot quieter, and there's not as much noise around it. And the NBA does not like it when there's noise around it publicly because Ace Bailey's camp handled this so god awfully.
Yeah, but we see that all the time too with young stars, and teams will bend over backwards to make sure that they do feel comfortable, and that's not out of the ordinary.
Pretty normal.
I mean, hell, LeBron James left the Miami Heat because of cookies on the plane and his entourage, right?
Yeah, but also Rich Paul, like the league, like they tried to make, there's a rule in place now. You have to have a bachelor's degree with finance, law, or something else. Business, I think it is. I think those are the three in order to be a certified agent. That was a shot across the bow at Rich Paul. And Rich Paul got his degree and said, bet, here I am.
Done.
So like, this is not the first time. It won't be the last time this kind of thing happens. But yeah, like you have these hangers on and like the entourages. Like we're at the point now where if you're under the age of 25, you probably have your own personal trainer, and they probably fly with you. Your skills trainer, your development guy. You've got your quasi agent / handler. Like there's a very big difference between a guy like Dame who came in 10 plus years ago and has got somebody at a respected agency with the good wins, but he has Nate Jones who works as his business partner. But these are guys that have cut their teeth doing it for years.
Yeah.
They're well respected. Like it's understood what relationships are and all those kind of things. There's boundaries that are acknowledged, right? A lot of these young guys, man, the EYBL, Adidas, AAU circuit guys, they latch onto these kids early and they see it as a meal ticket, and it becomes a problem.
Yep. That and the amount of games they play is a massive problem. Well, Ace Bailey in his first Summer League game played 24 minutes and 47 seconds, shot 3 of 13 from the field. That'd be 23%. Went 1 for 5 from beyond the arc and finished the game with 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. No turnovers in the game.
The question, look,
he was a minus 12.
Don't take Summer League without a lot of grains of salt, but you want your guy to go out there and look more like VJ Edgecombe than look like Ace Bailey. Yes. Edgecombe went out there; he's 1 of 7 from 3, but he got to the rim and got to his spots in the NBA space, and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be pretty okay.
Yeah, he went 12 of 20 from his other shots from the field. He may have gone 1 of 7 from 3, but he went 12 of 20 everywhere else.
Yeah, and he's jitterbug fast, incredibly athletic, and he can get to wherever. Like he's the kind of guy that you probably only see play a couple of games at Summer League. He's going to graduate out of it very quickly.
He led the team in rebounds.
Yeah, with 10.
Yeah,
at 6'4",
and had 2 blocks.
Yeah, no, he's a demon. He's going to be so fun.
Good for them.
I hate that he's in Philly.
Okay,
but
bad for them.
Yeah.